Episode 13 arrives with the weight of everything Dynamite Kiss has been quietly building toward, and it finally lets the tension crack open. With the story entering its final stretch, the episode wastes no time pushing Gong Ji-hyuk into a full-blown crisis that threatens both his career and his relationship with Go Darim. Picking up after the fallout of episode 12, the stakes immediately feel heavier. Ji-hyuk and Darim's office romance, which once felt tentative and healing, is suddenly put under siege when a rival company launches an identical product ahead of the mother TF team. The shock lands hard, especially as suspicion begins to circle Darim, placing her dangerously close to being framed as an industrial spy. The episode leans into the quiet cruelty of that possibility, forcing Darim back into a familiar position of being doubted and cornered. What makes episode 13 compelling is how relentlessly it follows Ji-hyuk's response. Rather than retreating, he moves forward with an urgency that gives the episode its pace. Between investigating the arson tied to the photo exhibition and confronting the power structures that have controlled his life for years, Ji-hyuk is pushed into direct conflict with his father, Gong Chung-ho. The emotional tension in these moments is unmistakable. This is no longer just a corporate battle, but a reckoning with abuse, silence, and control that has defined their family. The episode's most striking shift comes when Ji-hyuk steps into the public eye. His confident, commanding entrance, surrounded by cameras and visibly rattling Gong Chung-ho, Gong Ji-hyuk, and Yoo Tae-young, marks a clear turning point. For the first time, Ji-hyuk isn't reacting to events, he's confronting them head-on. At the center of it all, An Eun-jin continues to ground the episode emotionally. Darim's fear and vulnerability never feel exaggerated, making the threat against her feel personal rather than plot-driven. Her quiet strength contrasts beautifully with Ji-hyuk's growing assertiveness, reinforcing why their relationship feels earned rather than rushed. Episode 13 doesn't resolve everything, and wisely so. Instead, it sets the stage for justice rather than delivering it all at once. The episode thrives on momentum, balancing emotional stakes with corporate intrigue, and leaving just enough unanswered to make the final episodes feel inevitable rather than predictable. If earlier episodes were about healing old wounds, episode 13 is about refusing to be powerless anymore. It's tense, focused, and purposeful, a clear signal that Dynamite Kiss is heading toward its conclusion with confidence and control rather than sentimentality alone.
공지역 팀장이 자신의 부하 직원과 교제해 오며 해당 직원이 부정 취업을 했다는 사실을 알고도 묵인한 사건이죠. 이에 저는
오늘의 이 특별 결의는 무효라는 뜻입니다.
너도 공회장도 이 회사 가질 자격이 없어요. 이게 다 공지역 그 새끼 때문이야.
거의 다 온 거 맞죠? 여보세요? 지혁 씨, 지혁 씨, 지혁 씨.